name is Kiara. In this video, I want to talk about the reality of postgraduates. Now, everybody, life is different for sure, and what happens next is not going to be the same as the next person. But as somebody that, like, all her goals and my expectations and my plans of what I thought walking into the world was going to be was thrown in the trash. Trust me, I learned valuable lessons, and I'm gonna let you know what I learned. So y'all know, like, you're not alone in this, number one. Number two, this is just the beginning, you know. Like, yes, you might not be where you want to be, but this is just the beginning, which goes into my first lesson, understanding that it's okay to start over. I know when people teach us, like, oh, when you go to college and you have the best time, you build those relationships, you do the internships, you have a guaranteed job that into your career, you're going to be living a life, you're going to be traveling and stuff. And that's not 100% true. Now, there are people that experience that. There are people that is their life. They went to college, they're in their career, they're blossoming. Shout out to y'all. But people are like me, we're taking a different path. We're taking our process is not looking like the way we want it to. It is challenging. I'm not gonna hold you, because there was days where I was eating ice cream and watching girlfriends and crying and praying and waking up every day anxious because I'm like, what I'm gonna do next? I don't want to go home. Like, I gotta find a job, I gotta find an apartment. It was just very ugly for the first 3 months after I graduated. I know some people still celebrating. I wasn't. A girl was crying. And for that being said, I feel like it would have been a smoother transition if I just accepted that the concept of, okay, Kiara, you're just starting over. And there's nothing wrong with starting over. And I know you see other people, like, they're just improving ever since college. I'm not saying that cannot happen for you. It's just that's just their journey, because you don't know what their college experience was. And don't compare yourself. That's another thing. Don't compare your starting over journey to somebody else. It's not gonna look the same. Y'all two different people on two different paths with two different purposes. So please accept your journey. And with accepting your journey, you have to not compare yourself. You have to I'm not gonna say deny your goals or your final destination, but you have to understand and keep an open mind that plans are going to change. The way to get there is going to change. I thought I was going to hit this left, right, and then be there. God's like, no. Matter of fact, you're going to have to get on this highway for 4.8 miles, take a left, and then we're going to hit another highway for 2.7 miles, and then a left and a right before you get into that career. Long as you are keeping going, long as you keep on moving forward towards your goals, that's all that matters. And I wish a lot of people express that more, just to prepare us, hey, life do change. Things are going to change, but that doesn't mean that you're failing. And I feel like with starting over, I learned that I'm not a failure just because things are not going the way I plan it. Or I'll be honest, I was I love being in control, because I was once I'm in control, I know everything's going to be perfect, because, I have my hands in it. And let me tell you, God said, absolutely not. He said, I'm going to show you how you're not. He let me, be like, you're fine. You think you're in control? I let you take over. And when everything fell apart, a girl was a mess. So And within starting over, I promise you, if you just let go and let God control everything, I'm telling you, I said I've been at peace. I've experienced joy, even though I'm not where I want to be, even though I know I should be like further along and everything, but being at peace and having joy that can't be stolen or taken away because God gave you that, and just because you gave all your problems to Him and worries, it's worth it. Trust me, it is totally worth it. So if you're worrying, stressing, and you just feel all the way anxious, please give it to God. He's bigger than all your issues, all your problems, and shoot, He created you, so He knows what your life gonna look like next. It's like there's no point of stressing because you don't have no control at all. The only thing you can control is yourself, your behavior, and your thoughts. That's it. That's it. That's all you can do. Going into, but with starting over, it's a lot of accepting, a lot of letting goes. It's a lot of, I would say, like reality checks. Because we have these big dreams, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Understand that reality is going to set in. And once you're starting over and understanding, like, okay, I have to start over back to square one, I feel like a lot of things come easier. Just a tad bit. Not 100%, but just a tad bit easier. Like, okay, shoot, okay, I'm going through this right now, but I know this is not forever. And I tell myself that every day. I'm like, okay, listen, this is not where I want to be, hey, but I'm here. I'm blessed to be here because I could have been in a worse situation. So, which goes into my second lesson. Be grateful for everything that happened, that God protected you from. That God protected you from, that you got a degree. Because there's a lot of people that starts that never finish. There's a lot of people that was gonna graduate with you but didn't and can't because they didn't have the money for it. Because school is expensive, especially in this economy. You know, people are struggling just to feed themselves. So please, 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 please be grateful for what you have, the support team that you have. No, it might not look like what you want it to be, but I promise you, if you start being grateful for the things that you have and stop focusing on the negative things that you don't have, you're gonna start loving and enjoying life a little bit more. Cause I was like, when I tell you, I was so frustrated. I was like complaining about everything, and it's like it didn't make me feel better. I just became like more miserable and like wasted time when I could have been being more productive and more positive about me starting over. So please remain grateful. And if you're not being grateful, understand that there's people, they don't know what they're going to eat. They don't know where they're going to sleep. There's people that don't have a support team. There's people that doesn't have parents, mothers, like anybody that cares for them. And so if you have people that care for you, you have a pillow to lay your head at, please, 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 please remain grateful, because your life can change at any second. So, yeah. Into my third lesson would definitely be, which was a hard lesson. The third lesson is to utilize the time you have now. So the time you have now, you probably think, oh, I got time to figure out this, that, and third. No. The time that you have now, that God blessed you, is the time for you to use to get closer to your goals. That's it. That's the reason why it's called the present. Utilize that time to pour into yourself, to get closer into your industry. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next month. Don't try and definitely do research, but like long as give yourself a time stamp on what you're going to complete. But you gotta do this now. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Cause I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait next month and next month. Like next month's gonna come. Okay, time been running and it's been moving faster. I don't know where time is going, but baby, it's been moving. And I need y'all to get this together now. Don't wait for another day. If you got time on your hands, stop that scrolling. I'm saying, stop wasting your time on people that don't care about you. Focus on what you got to do, on what you trying to accomplish, and start working on it now. And I feel like for me, I was trying to take a big task and trying to get it done within a day. Like with content creating, when I first started trying to do content creating, I tried to do like, oh, get the name and get the logo and get the theme song, like all these different tasks in one day. It's not gonna happen that way. Just little by little. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do research on my target audience one day or 2 days, and then, or make it like a week thing. Like, just chip away on the small tasks so you can see your own progress and without feeling overwhelmed. That's the best way you can utilize your time, so you can be in the right position for God to bless you. Like, don't just hear and wait and be like, oh, I know God got me. You gotta put in the work. That's point blank, period. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be intense afterwards. I'm not gonna lie. You know, those who about to graduate and those who are still probably a year into postgraduate like I am, or y'all in your first like summer into postgraduate, like, and you just feel like the world is on your shoulders. Just breathe. You're gonna be okay. You just have to take one day at a time. And when you take one day at a time, be intentional with every single day. No, it's not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be days that you're gonna be like, I wanna quit and give up. But don't give up. Don't. And a lot of people are gonna tell you that. They're like, if you ask for anybody advice, they're gonna tell you to keep going. You gotta start somewhere. Okay? You might not want to start where you want to start, but that's better than nothing. So, yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to watch more videos of this, please subscribe and like and comment